Welcome to the vlog. It's very cold this morning. It's -4, maybe 3 now. It's quite breezy. There's a decent amount of wind. So what I've decided to do today is, first thing this morning, I went to a little barn. I take it you could call it a barn. That's been sort of mixed matched, painted, repaired over the years. It's got so much character. And it's on the side of a very busy road that I tend to drive down to go to work. I've been wanting to shoot that for, well, since we've been back in Wiltshire. So yeah, I knew the conditions weren't going to be preferable this morning, but I thought I would just go there and just check it out. And by doing that, I'm just familiarising myself with the scene. I had a little quick walk around the camera, but like I said, it is right on a busy road. So it's very hard to film, and when I do eventually do a vlog there, it'll probably just be a little clip that I insert in another video. But yeah, it's an interesting subject, and it just goes to prove the importance of scouting and trying things that maybe you might not think is worth it. It definitely wasn't worth driving there as such for an image this morning, but it's just nice to, like I said, familiarise yourself with the scene. And it is a shot that I think will work. The sunrise is rising sort of to the right behind it now, whereas deeper into sort of spring and early summer, the sun rises more to the left. And obviously it's earlier in the morning, there's less people, the road's not as busy. We're still going to get that misty conditions. Whether I get it at the weekend is another story. But yeah, that's the idea. I'm trying to build a picture up in my head, so that when the conditions do kick in, I know exactly what I'm doing. So, following on from that theme, I am now on Salisbury Plain somewhere. I'm not actually sure if I'm allowed to be down this track, but yeah, I drove down this track this morning. I've just stopped randomly, but I've managed to stop at these silver birches, and because it's so cold, there's lots of early signs of hoarfrost. It's obviously the tree's dead in silver anyway, but they're cold. It really emphasises the cold conditions of this morning, which is quite hard to do because we haven't got them. Like I said, we haven't got them snowy, icy, frosty conditions on the trees. So finding the tree that brings that across is quite hard. So yeah, this is where I am. I'm at around 190mm. I've been shooting in a range of apertures because I want to manipulate that shutter speed. I've taken somewhere where I'm around 80th of a second to try and freeze the branches, because it is windy and the trees are swaying, and I'm struggling to even get the tree trunk sharp because it isn't that thick and it's quite tall, so the top of the tree is moving. It's causing that tree to move all the way down. Obviously the willow-like branches are blowing, so to try and get everything sharp is going to be a struggle, and I have found it a struggle. So what I've decided to do is, rather than shoot at 5.6 ISO, I think I was at ISO 640, which give me around an 80th of a second, something like that. I've decided to go to a slightly sharper aperture of f9. I might even go to f11, f13 and try and drag that shutter out to sort of half a second, 3/4 of a second, and just see if I can get some motion, just experiment, just to see what it looks like. Photography is all about experimentation. Yes, there are rules, but in this instance, no one's telling me what I can and can't do, other than maybe the MOD might move me on in a minute. But as this moment in time, I can literally do whatever I want with this image, and that's what I'm deciding to do. So yeah, this must be the first time I've ever shot and done a vlog since being back here from like a roadside location. The one this morning, like I said, was a roadside location. This is it's a bit of a luxury for me, so I'm going to enjoy it. I'll tell you what I'll do, we'll jump in the camera and I'll just talk you through exactly what I'm thinking up here. So as you can see from this is what I'm talking about. So obviously you can see my settings at the moment. I'm around 0.6 of a second, f11, ISO 100, and I've done that because I wanted to try and create, you can see these limbs and sort of moving in and around. The trouble is with this image is it's only really this section here that's moving. So when I do like a slightly long exposure, like I have now, it's only this sort of side of the image that moves, which is kind of annoying. What I wanted really was the whole scene to move, and you can see from this preview here, the trunk is sharp, and these branches down here don't really move. I'm getting a little bit of blown out from the background. There's a little bit of movement over here, and then the main movement is here. But I think it may be kind of distracting having just one weird sort of clump over here maybe. I'll leave that up to you, but so I'm just going to experiment. I'm just going to move my shutter speed around, try and freeze. As it's getting lighter, it's going to get easier for me to freeze that by using a faster shutter speed. And obviously the longer I go, this main tree is moving as well, so I'm kind of fighting against myself a little bit here, if I'm honest. I'm just trying to play with the composition. I do quite like the composition. I like these limbs. This area here is a little bit dead. I've moved around this tree so many times. There's no real perfect composition in my opinion anyway. I just like the way that the green conifer in behind helps pop this tree. So yeah, that's my reason and my thinking, and that's what I got drawn to, was the nice bright light of the tree. Obviously it's a silver birch which stands out from a conifer in behind, so it's quite a striking scene. So I've decided to change my composition. I've gone into a portrait just by literally undoing this knob here and twisting the camera on the lens collar. I'm able to stay exactly the same, and then just pan up and down and left and right on my normal, on the knob, the big knob on my ball head. I haven't moved, so I found a really nice composition. Just takes advantage of the length of the tree. It clears up that right hand side of the bottom right hand corner, which I was talking about in my previous piece to camera. Again, I'll take you in just so I can show you exactly what I mean, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, this is a much better composition of the tree, and it really emphasised, I know I always bang on about this, but you have to try and return to the same locations. I know I'm at a new location now scouting, but now that I'm here and I've decided that I like this subject, I'm giving it the attention that it deserves. I feel it deserves. I know sometimes you have to make a decision whether you are wasting your time with the scene. But in this instance, I feel like it's worth spending a little bit of time, investing time into this tree, and by doing that, I've now ended up at this point where I've gone from landscape to portrait, and I'm really going a bit more intimate. So it's like a layered process of elimination, and sometimes you get there quicker than others. But the importance of giving the subject time and just sort of getting the feel. The longer you are at a location, you get the feel for the area, and that will help, because the lighting conditions change so fast. So yeah. But yeah, I'll just let you jump into the computer then. Jump into the back of the camera, and I'll just quickly talk you through exactly why I've changed what I've changed. Right, so here we are. Now, before I didn't like this area here, and by going vertical I'm using the length of the frame, which means I can creep up a little bit. I have pulled in slightly. I think I'm bang out at 200mm, because I've creeped up and I've got more room at the top of the frame. I want to eliminate the sky, so I've had to sort of pinch in a little bit, which has helped me clear this area here. I just love these. I know I talked about this earlier, but I just love these. I'll just go back to the image so you can see, and there you go. I just love these veins, these white frosty veins, against the darker background, and then it's almost like a network, like a I don't know, like a respiratory system of the human body. It's just, there's a lot going on, but there's also a lot of interest to look at, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, and I've kind of given up on the faster shutter speed, so I'm back. I am at f11 because this lens doesn't tend to be very sharp in more open apertures around the edges of the frame. It tends to fall off quite quickly, and I know I'm shooting at 200mm, which is obviously a massive factor in why that is, but so that's the reason why I'm shooting f11. That's the reason why I'm at ISO 1000, because I'm trying to get that shutter speed up as high as possible to try and freeze the little bit of movement that we've got. And obviously now that I have brought in the top of this tree, I am introducing a little bit more movement across the whole frame. So it's a tough one to shoot, actually. It's fun. It tests your brain in terms of the exposure triangle, but it's a good one. It's a good one to practice. So I would definitely encourage anyone shooting moving objects like this as a experimental, and gain a little bit more knowledge about your camera and how it works, how the exposure triangle works. Oh my god, that is cold. That wind is absolutely bitter. I think what I'm going to do now is call it quits. I am going to stay here a little bit longer and try and see if I can perfect this shot a little bit more. I've now put my lens hood on. The sun is sort of off to the right, top right hand side of my view, so I don't want to have any lens flare issues and not notice them. So the lens hood is on. But yeah, other than that, my shutter speed is around a 50th of a second. It's going to increase ever so slightly as it gets brighter, obviously. And I might reduce my f-stop down to f9, which will allow me then to reduce my ISO a little bit, so I get a bit slightly better image quality. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you are thinking of going out, I do encourage you to shoot locally, obviously in the circumstances, but don't see it as a negative thing. Try and see it as a positive thing. It means we can get to know our local area a bit better. I have driven today, but I'm literally, it's like a 5-minute drive up the hill, out of the valley, and I've stopped at the top onto Salisbury Plain. So it's, you just got to get out. Just got to get out and shoot, practice, practice, and practice, and you'll get better. I promise you. But yeah, just before I go, little notices. The bag still going strong. I am in the process of sort of doing a little review, but I didn't want to have the bag and then do a review quickly like lots of people do. I wanted to be able to use the bag in real life conditions, and if anyone knows me, then they'll know that I do look after my kit, but I do use it. I'm not one to be washing, brushing with a toothbrush and cleaning. I just get on and use it. So yeah, I wanted to really give it a test. I wanted to make sure that it fit me and my style of photography, which it does. And I am happy to announce that I am now a NYA-EVO brand ambassador here in the UK. But I promise you that will not cloud my judgment on the bag. If the bag wasn't a good fit for me, then I wouldn't be a brand ambassador. As simple as that. I know some of you might not agree with that, but that's up to you. Yeah, that's how it is for me. If I like it, I'll use it, and if we can work together with a brand that I like and I'm happy to promote because I use it, then happy days. You tell me one person that would not do that. That's a little bit of a rant there, wasn't it? Yeah, so the review is coming. I just don't want to rush it, and nor do they. They don't want me to rush it neither. So yeah. Right, I'm going to head off home after this shot because I'm absolutely freezing, and I will catch you next week, where again I'll be out shooting local somewhere. I might even go to a location I see today from this scouting trip. So everybody's got scout. Go out and scout, get your camera out, and practice that exposure triangle with moving subjects. Still with moving I'll see you later. Ciao.